Good evening. I want to thank you so much for joining us this evening. My name is Nada St. Germain, and I was introduced to Neolife over 34 years ago. I've been saying 33 years, but I think it's coming on to 34. I'm so grateful that I said yes. I didn't know what I was really saying yes to, but I knew I needed to try something. My mom was really struggling with her health. She was had aches and pains, and she was in her 40s and I was in my 20s, and I was starting to have some health challenges myself. And I never really had a lot of faith in the area of supplementation because I watched mom take supplements with no results. So I was really, really skeptical. But a neighbor and a dear friend who I trusted said to me, Natalie, you got to try this company. They're different. And I thought, oh, here we go again. But there was just something about her. She had been trying the products for a little while, and I could tell the difference in her. So I thought, well, maybe there is something different. So I decided I would listen to a presentation just so I could get a better understanding what this company was all about. And boy, when I heard the science and the testimonials, I thought, well, maybe there is something different. So I shared it with my mom. I said, Mom, let's try this together. And we did. And my mom now is in her late 70s, pain-free. And I like to say she's aging gracefully. And I feel younger in my late 50s than I did when I was in my 20s and 30s. That's the power of nutrition. Good quality supplements can help to slow aging just by filling the nutritional gaps. And that's what I'm going to share with you this evening, is why Neolife is different, what we do, and what sets us apart from any other company that's out there. So who are we? Who is Neolife? So we are a worldwide nutrition company operating in over 50 countries around the world, in business since 1958, trusted by millions of satisfied customers and business partners. And together, we will end the trend of chronic disease, poor wellness, and also financial struggles. These are the things that we're going to be focusing on tonight, because there's so many people out there that are struggling with their health. They're looking for solutions, but they just don't know where to go. So I'm going to talk about the 5 key product distinctions. So I think this is really important. This is going to give you a better understanding and why the Neolife products are quite different and quite unique. First of all, let's talk about the quality and how they're based in nature and backed by science. Oops, sorry. I'm trying to move you guys. There we go. Based on whole food, cellular nutrition based ingredients. Neolife does not go out of the human food chain. So when you can see, we have some supplements. We have an incredible organic sea-based skin line that when you put it on your face, it feels absolutely incredible. All the ingredients are hand harvested out of Brittany, France. Your face feels so soft, and it's proven, clinically proven, to reverse signs of aging. We also have products that are green. Neolife is one of the first companies to go green in 1958. And when I was introduced to this 34 years ago, I didn't even know what green was. It was before the days that it was cool. So it wasn't until years later that I really valued and understood the power and the importance of having green products, biodegradable, non-toxic, especially around your children and your pets, because some of the products that are out there are extremely toxic. And also another thing that makes Neolife different is their philosophy on how they manufacture their food. And their philosophy is from the farm to the table, non-GMO and full traceability. So all of the foods are grown in an environment where Neolife has preserved the original seed stock. They can tell you when they planted that seed, when that tomato was grown, how it was, when it was harvested, and when those nutrients were extracted. Full traceability. And now what's GMO? I didn't know. First of all, when I started, there was no such thing as GMO, but Neolife was prepared and ready because they knew that genetically modified foods were coming, but they wanted to make sure that it was not going to affect our food supply. And all of our foods are grown with seeds that are not genetically modified. This is very powerful. And this is why the products work. And this is why people get results. when they take these incredible products. The stories and the testimonials that you hear over and over and over again, it's because of this, the quality of the products, how they're made, and that just shows you that they're more bioavailable. So your body will utilize these nutrients efficiently, and clinically proven products. That to me was really important, because company can publish their own findings and have their own research, but you just don't know, if it's real or if it's true. But when you have science and publications and medical studies that are third party and peer reviewed, that is really, really important. So Neolife studies are all published and have medical studies that are third party and peer reviewed. And again, clinically proven. So let's talk about some of these studies. The one study that was really important to me was a product called carotenoid complex, because I had suffered from severe allergies. My immune system was really, really bad. I was always getting colds and flus, and they would linger for weeks. And my allergies were so bad that I used antihistamines pretty much year round. Guess what? When I started taking this product, my immune system got stronger, no more allergies. I wasn't catching all these colds anymore, and I felt incredible. Well, this product called carotenoid complex played a big role in this reason why I was feeling so much better. Carotenoids was proven to boost your immune system 37% in just 20 days. And this was a study that was conducted by the USDA. And guess what? It's just your fruits and vegetables, your dark colored fruits and vegetables that we should be eating how many servings a day of, right? The Canadian Food Guide, they finally changed their food guide to 9 to 13 servings of dark colored fruits and vegetables every single day. Who does that? This is a product that helps you fill the gap in that fruit and vegetable department. And then there's your omega-3, your fish oil. Our Neolife's fish oil was clinically proven to reduce inflammation 68% in just 8 weeks. That's incredible. Now, what's really important is tested for 200 contaminants with an allowance of 0, no mercury, no lead, no toxins. This was what really helped my mom with her aches and pains and her fibromyalgia and my joint pain. I had arthritis in my knees. I played a lot of volleyball and basketball growing up. This just played such a role in reducing inflammation in my body. And this is what causes aging, inflammation and oxidation. So the carotenoids and the salmon oil, amazing products to fill those gaps in your diet to help us do that. Tran grain concentrate. This is the first product that I looked at 34 years ago, because this is what made me aware and understand that I couldn't get these in my diet anymore because of the milling and processing of our grains. Tran grain concentrate, a study done by Texas A&M University, proved to help with nutrient utilization. It was proven to help your cells absorb nutrients from your diet by 50% more. So, when people say, I have a really good diet, I don't need to supplement. Well, this is something that's not in your diet. This will help the nutrients in your diet work better, absorb better, nutrient utilization, right? Nutrient efficiency. So nobody has this. It's unique to Neolife, and it's been around for 65 years. The formula has not changed in 65 years. This is a product that really helped me with my hormones, energy, mental clarity. I was feeling better when I woke up in the morning. Some of you know that I was a police officer in the city, and I was just really struggling with fatigue. And even when I was sleeping, I woke up feeling tired, and that went away. Tran grain concentrate. Also, another product that was clinically proven to deliver results is our protein shake. I have not gone a day in 34 years without a Neolife shake. Tastes absolutely fantastic. Comes in vanilla, chocolate, creamy berry. Proven to help with weight loss, body fat reduction, lowers the body mass index, help with your heart, cardiovascular protection, 15% reduction of bad cholesterol, improving the good cholesterol, so the HDL to LDL ratio, so important. But it's safe for kids. There's nothing artificial, helps to regulate blood sugar. It's great for diabetics. It's just an incredible meal replacement, because many people are rushing out the door and don't have a healthy breakfast. And if you need to lose a few pounds, we have an incredible weight loss system as well. So when you look at Neolife as a whole, Another thing that's really, really important is we have a pharmaceutical license for manufacturing. This is not mandatory in Canada. This is something that Neolife chooses to do to make sure that our products are regulated just like drugs. And we've never been in trouble in 65 years. This is really important because if you're going to be promoting and sharing these products with your family and friends, you want to make sure that their products are pure and that they pass and that they're part of that human food chain, and whatever's on the label is actually in the bottle. And this is something Neolife guarantees. So our mission, our values, when you look at Neolife, we give everybody the power to live healthier and happier lives. Absolute integrity. People are number one. Products that work, equal opportunity for all, and a long range vision. But let's talk about what we aren't eating. This was a study that came out of Lancet, and it was done in over 190 countries. They proved that it's what we aren't eating is actually killing us. This is really, really important. A very powerful statement and a powerful study that was published. And what they found is there's certain things that are not in our diet. One thing that we can't get anymore, and I talked about those grains. They used to grind the wheat, make the flour, and make the bread. Well, those oils were in the husk of the grain, and that's why the breads only lasted a day or two. Now, how long do our breads last? Weeks. Pasta, right? Forever. Cereal lasts years. It's because they mill and process the essential oils, these good fats, out of our grains to have a longer shelf life. All the precious oils, 22 important nutrients, and what we're left with is this white flour, starch, protein, gluten product. And so many people have sensitivities to breaking down some of these grains and bread products. And this is why, because the grain is not in its natural state. It's not the same that it was 70 years ago. Man has tampered with it. And guess what? It's now genetically modified. It's no longer the same grain. And that's why we have so many challenges. And there's not a lot of nutritional value in our breads today. So the study that came out, low grains, fruit, nuts and seeds, low omega-3, and low vegetables. This was a worldwide study. So this is why it's really important to supplement these nutrients, because we can't get enough in our diet. So Neolife has a solution in our Pro Vitality. This amazing pack has 4 powerful nutrients to fill the gap that came out of that Lancet study. Okay, that was a recent study, and Neolife has had the TRANN for 65 years. So let's talk about these products individually. So Proven 33 is another system that we have that leads you into our weight loss system. We're going to talk about that. And you start with an amazing 3-day detox and then go into our weight loss solution. For those of you that are looking at shedding a few pounds, having, maybe 10, 20, 40, 50, 60 pounds, this is a system that works. When you add the Pro Vitality, which is that vitamin pack that has those nutrients that are missing in our diet, with our breakfast solution and our protein shakes, guess what? The weight loss just happens. But you start with a 3-day detox, and it is a 33-day program. 3 days detox going into our weight loss solution. And what I love about the 3-day detox, you eat fruits and vegetables. You don't starve. You don't go without food and just liquid. And you feel amazing. It resets that gut flora balance. So you don't crave those foods anymore, because you're getting rid of the bad bacteria, putting in good bacteria, you're resetting your gut, and you crave good food going into the weight loss system. So the Proven 33 is an incredible program that helps you reach your weight loss goals. And we've had some pretty powerful testimonials with people that have had incredible results. And Gabriella, 30 pounds, she was a single mom. Her husband had passed away with diabetes and left her with 3 children, small kids. And she knew she had to take care of herself if she wanted to take care of her family. But the thing is, she's kept the weight off 5 years later. Look at her. Incredible results. So it's not a system where you lose weight and you gain it back, because it's a lifestyle change. Look at Steve, 50 pounds. Look at Chris, 46 pounds and 26 inches. Look at Greg, incredible difference in just the body transformation. And then there's John and Jen, husband and wife team, and John is a police officer, and we had an amazing conversation. He said, when he was working his shift work in long hours, he was just always struggling. And now he feels amazing. He enjoys going to work and he has no trouble with his shift work. And I remember those days. But boy, look at the transformation that him and his wife had made. And then there's our dear friend, Shelley. Shelley didn't need to lose weight. Shelley wanted to improve her fitness. But when I met Shelley, she had braces on her knees. She couldn't cycle and she couldn't run without these braces. And after being on Neolife, she was able to remove those braces from her knees, cycle, run, and her fitness has improved tremendously. Well, she decided to start the fitness challenge, and she did incredibly well. The reason why I'm using Shelley's story is she broke her leg very, very bad in two major parts. And she was afraid that she wouldn't be able to come back to full activity. Being on the Neolife products helped her heal so much faster. They couldn't believe her recovery. Even the physiotherapist said, wow, she came back to full activity. And now you should see her cycling and training and lifting weights and doing all these incredible things at the gym. So her goal was to improve her fitness, and she joined the fitness challenge. But let's talk about our kids, because kids are really important too, right? We want to make sure that we have nutrients to fill the gaps in their diet. And I was so grateful that my kids grew up on these products. They're all made from food. There's no color, no dye, nor artificial anything, no colors, no artificial sweeteners. We have a liquid vitamin and the chewable that vitamins that they can get on, and the omega-3 fish oil was so important for brain function and focusing and concentrating and circulation. And then our protein shake. My kids grew up in this product. The protein shake has been part of their breakfast their whole life, in a sippy cup when they were babies. So powerful. Again, made from whole food. Tastes absolutely fantastic. Your kids will ask you for it every single day. Important for brain function as well. So, I did go over some of the 5 key product distinctions. Now, what about the income opportunity? For those of you that are wondering, well, what's that about? Well, I'm just going to go over just a little bit on, some of the challenges of distribution. So you have your traditional retail. Well, it goes to the retailer, to the customer. There's a lot of online manufacturing, online store to the customer. Well, when you're looking at direct sales, it does come from a manufacturer, but it comes to us as a distributor. And I really found that the word of mouth is very, very powerful, because I knew that I couldn't build a business if the products didn't work, if people didn't come back month after month. Well, stories started to be shared. And when I saw the results and success in my family and my friends, and they continued to share, I saw this as a viable business and a great income opportunity. Neolife is redefining the world of startups. They're helping entrepreneurs around the world a better way of life. Why Neolife? Well, first of all, a very strong companies and infrastructure. We're global. We're in over 50 countries around the world. And when I first looked at this, I thought, what does that mean? And, I was living in a small, area, and I thought, how am I going to build an international business? Well, lo and behold, I knew people here that knew people in England, in Scotland, in Croatia, in Africa, in Trinidad, in the Philippines, in France. And slowly my business has started to explode into some of these other countries by word of mouth. Why? First of all, the products work, and the company's support is absolutely incredible. And there's a low risk. That's a huge, huge thing. There was no investment. We are redefining the world of startups by helping entrepreneurs around the world unlock a better way of life. And this was important to me. I wanted to be my own boss. I didn't want to have to work long hours. I didn't want to have to, get up at 4 a.m. to be at work for 5:30. I wanted to make sure that I was working when I wanted to work and chose who I wanted to work with. So I wanted to be my own boss. And that was something that was really important to me. And I was able to leave my police career and venture off into this incredible, incredible career opportunity. But you know what? It's the support. I knew I couldn't do it by myself. I didn't have a business education or a business degree. I just didn't know what to do. But the support that I had along the way was absolutely incredible. We work with you every step of the way. And again, global residual income. So it really is about you. right? You know, when you're looking at wellness, if you're looking at improving your health, having more energy, this is what we can do. We can help you for sure in that area. If you're worried about your finances, if you're struggling, trying to make ends meet, would an extra $200 to $500 a month impact your life? Or would you be interested in looking at a six-figure income like I was to replace my income and my husband's income? This income opportunity is exceptional and it can change your life. Just depends on what you want to do. You just reach out and ask us. Because I just want to share a very powerful quote with you. When I read this quote, it really hit home. The most dangerous risk of all, the risk of spending your life not doing what you want on the bet that you can buy yourself the freedom to do it later. Who's in that department? I would now love to have Joan come along and share her incredible journey. And she has a powerful story that would really help you understand why we're so grateful to be a part of this incredible community. Joan.
Thank you, Nada. Thank you for asking me to share my story. My name is Joan Poon. When I was introduced to Neolife 28 years ago, I was working as a registered nurse downtown Toronto at a very stressful job. My main concern at that time was my health. I just finished treatments for breast cancer, and I was looking for something to boost my immune system and my energy level. And that's when I was introduced to Neolife. What drew me to the company was the science behind the products. And I decided to try the products, and thank God I did, because within a few weeks I felt a huge difference in my energy level. My immune system got stronger. I didn't get sick as often. If I did, it was just for a day or so. And also, I had terrible seasonal allergies, and after a few years, that disappeared. So today, I no longer have those allergies. So I started sharing my story with everyone, my newfound energy, and people noticed the difference as well too. And by doing that, I found that I was earning a monthly income. And so I decided to share some more, and my checks got bigger. And I thought, what if I could take early retirement? And happy to say that 13 years ago, I was able to do just that, take early retirement, because my Neolife income was able to supplement my retirement pension. And I love the residual income that you talk about from satisfied customers that who have been taking the products for over 25 years. And Neolife has given me a purpose and an amazing community in my retirement. And I'm so grateful that we can pass on our business to our kids and our grandkids. And what a great legacy to leave behind. And I'm also grateful, first of all, for my health, that I can say I'm a 30-year breast cancer thriver, or 31 years, sorry, I keep forgetting to add the years. 31-year breast cancer thriver. And I feel better today in my late 60s than I did in my 30s. And I'm also grateful that I can help other people, whether it's their health or if they're looking for extra income. I can do this with Neolife. And thank you for asking me to share, Nada.
You know what, Joan, you just reminded me, you know, when you're talking and you're sharing and the stories that are coming from your customers and from your team, it just reminds me of the passion and the belief. And when we start sharing with people, it's because we really believe in what these products can do and the impact that they can have in their lives, especially when we see what's happened with our kids and our grandkids, right, Joan? I know that's very, very important to you, and it was very important for me as well, with my children as they grew. Grew up on these amazing products and help with their immune system, and it's so powerful, and that does form the foundation, right, for a great income opportunity, because the products, because the science, and people come back and they're grateful and they thank you for introducing them to this incredible product and income opportunity. So we do have solutions, to provide, feeling better, increased immunity, more energy, healthy weight loss, non-toxic cleaners. I didn't realize how important this was until my son Jack, when he was 2, drank one of the cleaners that was underneath our kitchen sink. And I really was so grateful that I had our cleaners under the sink, because it didn't hurt him in any way. Right? So these are cleaners that are safe for your home, around your children, and are amazing skincare, age defying, right? But when you start to balance your hormones and fill those nutritional gaps, you definitely sleep better. And then how about living better, right? Earning an extra little $500 a month it can really, really impact your life. Or if you're looking at, something like Joan and myself, where I wanted to leave my police career and Joan wanted to have more time freedom and retire early, you can build this to a full-time income and then decide, who you want to work with, when you want to work. If you're looking at debt freedom, time freedom, financial freedom, a like-minded community, that community is very, very powerful. And then personal development, that just naturally comes along with this business as we're helping and sharing and helping other people grow as well. So how do you get started? Well, if you're just looking at trying the products, give them a try. It's free to become a member, right? It unlocks a discount of 10 to 20% on savings on every order. No gimmicks, no requirements, just savings. You can even earn all your shipping back for being a loyal customer, and we can help you and guide you in that direction. Or if you're thinking of, well, I'd like to, know more about that income opportunity. Well, where can you start a business for as little as $98 in Canada or $75 in the US? Incredible. No big investment, no fear of losing anything. And that unlocks automatically a 25% savings on every order. And you have full access to the compensation plan. And you're in business for yourself, but not by yourself. Again, we work together as a team. And these are the different solutions. We have our Pro Vitalities, or our Vitality Pack. We have our breakfast solution, which is, it's one of our most popular, but our weight loss solution these days has been just as popular as our breakfast solution or breakfast pack, because it does replace 2 meals for those of you that are really wanting to lose, a good amount of weight and shrink. And this is our Shape Up pack in Canada and weight loss pack in the US, because you're replacing 2 meals a day, breakfast and lunch. So, if you're looking at just using the products, getting a discount, become a member, it's free. If you're thinking about that income opportunity, part-time or full-time, just ask the person who invited you here tonight where you'd like to get started. If you want to learn more, ask us questions. Join us on our weekly health talks on Thursday evenings. We share so much information, and the stories and the testimonials that you'll hear are absolutely incredible. So I do want to thank you for joining us tonight, and I'll stop the recording and open up to any questions that you may have. So thank you again for joining us. And thank you so much, Joan, for sharing your amazing journey and your story. So thank you all for joining us tonight.